thing. Now, this, of course, is the Scotty Show. I'm getting you up, getting you going, getting you out the door so you can get some. Number you need to dial, 253-833-5004. A lot of horror movies coming out because Halloween's right around the corner, and this is the season. 'Tis the season for people to die, blood, guts, and gore, and all the good stuff. But there's simple. Every movie you go in, especially Nicodemus knows this because he's always screaming at the screen. Yep. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't even get mad about that. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Why would I be mad about it? It's the truth. Like, I yell at movies. What do you want me to do?
Rather stereotypical. That's all I'm going to say.
At the same time, though, I promise you, I'm not one of those guys that goes in and yells at movies and ruins movies. I honestly believe, and I think that Pete can back me up on this, I definitely entertain the movie theater before the movie starts. If I'm not alone.
That has happened once that I can remember because we were waiting for the Harry Potter and...
That's the only time I can remember actually waiting for a movie.
You were yelling your conversation to me, basically.
Yeah, you are a loud person.
The theater got some chuckles.
Now, here's the thing. Every time you go into a horror movie, you start picking out the characters that are going to die. You start, this guy's going to die, this guy's going to die. And so we need to talk. If we were in a horror movie, what are some things that we have to do in order to survive? Nicodemus, this is kind of, you were talking about this. What are your thoughts?
Well, first and foremost, what you got to do to survive a horror movie is, for me and for all the people out there, don't be black. Unfortunately, you're black, you die first.
I don't know why that always is.
I don't know either. I guess when they started the whole horror movie thing, they were just like, let's kill off the colored fella.
Well, I mean, even to the fact where it's now, it's like everyone expects it, everyone knows it, but they still do it. It's like if you wanted to be creative, the black guy lives. Shocker. Everyone
was the hero.
Everyone would be in the theater like, what?
One of the black guys doesn't die in Deep Blue Sea. LL Cool J survives, but Samuel L. doesn't.
In Night of the Living Dead, the black dude is the very last person to die.
Well, and see, sometimes they do that, but it's
zombie,
still,
so he's not dead.
Still, it's like, I mean,
and I think
that movie was made a long time ago too.
In Deep Blue Sea, Samuel L. Jackson had something else to do, and so they were like, "You want to get eaten by a shark? Yeah,
sure.
Just eat me.
Sure.
That sounds good."
Cool.
That's why he gets cut out 40 minutes into the movie.
So he doesn't have a big role. His biggest part is his biggest thing he has in that movie is there's like, oh, that guy, he's a genius. He's pissing into the wind.
Here's the thing, though. It's not just being. It's not like you're white, you're gonna live. No, you're still gonna die. A lot of white people die in horror films.
Oh yeah.
So there are several
one black guy that dies.
Yeah, there are several other things that you need to do in order to survive. For instance, not have sex. Why is it always the couple that ends up hooking up? Both of them die.
And if you notice, if there's a series, if you notice, if there's ever a series of horror movies, the virgins always survive to go on to the further movies.
Yeah.
And then when the virgin finally loses their virginity, the whole series switches characters because that one's got to die.
That one's got to die now.
Horrors have shorter lifespans.
Pretty much. That's just how it determines it.
Well, not even that. It's usually right after. Like the scene after they make love, they do their thing, they kiss some hard, and then they die. Or like in the middle of it, they like, what's that noise? And the chick's like, I'm going to go look. And then you're like, what are you doing?
No.
Or the guy goes as it looks, and then you hear the muffled, and then the guy dies, and then there's just the chick left, and she's. I don't know what it is about after sex combined with fear.
You're not thinking right because your blood is relocated.
Well, here's the thing: it's like now as moviegoers, we've been trained. We're like, okay, when am I most likely to die? Right after sex. So there's always, it's like, that's the reason.
A knife.
No, that's the reason why men fall asleep right after sex. Because that way we don't die. Whatever noise is going to be, we ain't waking up for it. We ain't going to investigate. We ain't going to go look for it.
My next one, don't be a white girl because
the
bad guy can always run as fast as you, and you always run as fast as you can, fall, and then get killed by a dude that's walking.
That's what I was going to say. Do not ever run, just speed walk.
Look where you're going. Like, look down at the ground and be like, hey, there's a stump. I'm not going to run over it. I am going to go around it. I've maybe tripped while running like 3 times in my life, and I just feel that the one time it needs to not happen, you should pay more attention to it. You'd be like, I am not going to trip.
They also need to understand that the person that they think it is, it's not.
It never is.
The most likely suspect, it ain't them.
Well, in any good movie, it never is, because you don't want to know right off the bat, be like, this is the guy. that's the guy. You know, like 5 minutes into the movie, that's the guy. Yeah, he did it. Nope, he did it. Yeah, I know, he did it.
Yeah, Bing,
It's just boring.
Bing just made a good point.
You gotta have
You can't be Scooby Doo.
no. You gotta have the false. You know, the false with the guy that everyone thinks it is, but it's not him, and everyone's shocked when it's not him at the very end.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Now, Peeve, this one's for you. This one is from Minerva McGonagall's Twitter. And it says, in order to survive a horror movie, get yourself an invisibility cloak. Oh, wait, you can't. You're a muggle.
Really?
Burn.
Yeah.
Burn.
And
Burn.
another one I saw that was pretty funny just because it was so stupid. It said, in order to survive a horror movie, don't worry, it's just a movie, Harry. And I was like, that one was a good one. But let's see here. There's a couple other good ones here. When they think they killed you, pretend you're dead. Don't move, don't blink, and try for God's sake not to have an involuntary twitch.
Okay.
Because if they think you move, they go double tap your ass.
Okay, I have this bizarre tendency. I don't know what it is. It doesn't make sense
Hell
to
no.
me. But wherever I am, I think to myself, okay, if someone was going to come in here with a knife or a gun, what would I do to survive? How would I survive? And yesterday I was in the shower. I was like, okay, dude busts in the room with a gun. What do I do? And immediately, my first reaction, I grab the razor. I cut myself across the gut so I'm bleeding a lot. I cover it with my hands and I lie down and pretend I'm dead.
Now,
Boom.
that
way the blood
That
is...
happened to you?
No, it's just a thought that's where my mind goes. That's how I'm gonna survive, because that way all the blood's everywhere. They think they shot you. You're dead. They're gonna leave you, and that way you can be like, oh, it's just a superficial wound. I'm good.
But the thing is, no matter how badly the killer towards the end gets
Time out.
killed
To go back
or
real
hurt
quickly,
or whatever.
Just want to go on what Ryder said. You have to confirm the kill. Period.
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
no.
No, chop his head off.
Done.
Don't worry about stabbing.
No more
because he
problems.
will get impaled and come up. And
Okay,
still
you
come
guys-
at
Have you guys ever
see,
seen
no.
Resurrection of Michael Myers? Did
No.
you not see what happened?
That's
Well-
Michael freaking
No,
Myers,
they thought
man.
they killed Michael Myers, glued a mask on some dude, and had the dude's head chopped off by his own little sister. That is an effed up
Okay,
movie.
well, it's like this. If I'm ever being stalked or hunted by a masked psychopath,
That is your older
I'm
brother.
killing everyone I don't recognize. If I don't know you and you come around me, I'ma smoke your ass. So just don't come around me with a.
It was
don't
her
be a
older
Don't wear a
brother.
mask. Don't wear a mask.
It was her biological older brother.
I don't care. Should have gotten him too.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of those movies, though.
Nope.
There's a lot of
I
plot
like the
holes in
music.
them. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's a
plot
good
holes
theme
in them,
song.
and it's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's messed up,
I like
and
the
I
ones
get
that,
why people like it. But the thing
Is
is,
it Rob Zombie that redid Halloween?
if there's, I mean, the guy picks up a car. The guy picks up and flips a car, and you sit there and like, okay, I could justify it. He's super strong, but there's nothing special about him. There's nothing magical about him. He was just a kid that was abused, and so realistically, you're sitting there looking at this like, no, this is BS. No,
Yeah.
right there, you just lost me completely, because there's no way this is in the realm of even physical
No.
possibility.
Not even close.
And so the real scary movies are the ones that, like Paranormal Activity, they
Oh, yeah.
keep it in
Where
the
you
realm.
can't explain it?
Where it's like, whoa.
If when you leave that movie and you walk out, you can't come up with a physical explanation of what happened in that movie to how they made that happen to where it can't happen to you tonight, you're kind of screwed.
Yep.
What movie
89.9.
was it? The Fourth Kind. Did not sleep for a week.
Yep.
Because every single
Well, it's
time
one
at
of those
3:30,
movies.
I looked over at that clock and I was like, an alien's gonna come and get me right now.
Yeah. 89.9 KGRT, today's rock. We'll be right back with more of the Scotty Show. Hometown Happening coming up next.